Ever wondered which countries have the most vibrant Jewish communities? I know what you're thinking. Isn't it just Israel and the US? Well, you're in for a surprise. Today, we're diving into the top 10 countries with the largest Jewish populations. And trust me, some of them will make you go, wait, really? Have you ever thought about where you might find Jewish traditions blending with local cultures in unexpected ways? Stick around, because we're about to uncover some fascinating and sometimes surprising destinations. By the end of this video, you'll have a whole new perspective on Jewish communities around the world. Imagine this. You're traveling through South America, and suddenly, you stumble upon a lively Jewish festival. Intrigued? Well, that's just one of the amazing stories we'll share today. All right, let's kick things off with a question for you. Which country, besides Israel, do you think has the largest Jewish population? Got your guess? Hold on to that thought, and let's see if you're right as we count down from number 10 to 1. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you would like the video to help me continue spreading interesting facts and stories about cultures around the world. If you haven't subscribed yet, I highly recommend you do, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of our exciting videos. So let's get started. Number 10, Brazil. Did you know Brazil, famous for its carnivals and football, also has one of the largest Jewish populations in the world? I know what you're thinking. Brazil? Really? Yes, really. Brazil's Jewish community, around 91,500 strong, has roots in the Inquisition, when Jews fled persecution in Portugal and Spain. Later waves of immigrants, especially during and after W2, added to this vibrant community, predominantly Ashkenazi with some Sephardic Jews. They've integrated their heritage with Brazilian customs. Major cities like Sao Paulo and Rio de Janeiro host Jewish schools, synagogues, and cultural centers. This community contributes significantly to Brazil's arts, sciences, and business sectors. Number 9, Australia. Australia hosts around 118,000 Jewish people, among one of the largest Jewish populations globally. After World War II, many sought refuge in Australia due to its open immigration policies. Today, cities like Sydney and Melbourne boast thriving Jewish communities with synagogues and cultural centers. The community is diverse, including Ashkenazi, Sephardi, and Mizrahi Jews, enriching Australia's cultural tapestry. Approximately 60% of Australian Jews are affiliated with Judaism, contributing to Australia's multicultural landscape. Number 8, Germany. Germany historically attracted Jewish migration due to economic opportunities and relative tolerance. At its peak in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, Germany housed over 500,000 Jews, comprising diverse groups like Ashkenazi, Sephardic, and Mizrahi, most identified as Orthodox or Reform Jews. The Holocaust decimated the population, but resilience and efforts to preserve Jewish culture persist in today's smaller yet vibrant community. Today, Germany's Jewish population stands at approximately 125,000, reflecting a gradual resurgence after the Holocaust. Number 7, Russia. To understand why Russia has a high Jewish population, we must look back. Jews have been in Russia since the 7th century, with significant growth in the 18th century when Catherine the Great established the Pale of Settlement. Despite facing pogroms and restrictions, Jewish communities thrived culturally and economically. During the Soviet era, religious suppression posed challenges, but Jews still influenced arts, sciences, and politics. At its peak in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, the Jewish population in the Russian Empire was around 5 million. By the end of the Soviet Union in 1991, about 2 million Jews lived in its territories. Today, Russia's Jewish population, around 150,000, is experiencing a cultural revival with flourishing schools, synagogues, and cultural centers. Most are secular, but interest in heritage is growing. Number 6, Argentina. Argentina's history as a safe haven for Jewish immigrants dates back to the late 19th century, attracting waves of Eastern European Jews seeking freedom and opportunity. Today, Argentina's Jewish community thrives with cultural institutions, synagogues, and educational centers across the country. Its diversity is evident in the Ashkenazi, Sephardi, and Mizrahi backgrounds, enriching the nation's cultural fabric. The community's religious spectrum spans from Orthodox to Reform, contributing to Argentina's dynamic Jewish life. With around 171,000 Jewish individuals, Argentina boasts one of the largest Jewish communities globally, highlighting its enduring influence. Number 5. United Kingdom. The Jewish presence in the UK dates back over 1,000 years, with communities recorded in England as early as the 11th century. Significant immigration waves occurred in the 19th and early 20th centuries, as Jews fled persecution in Eastern Europe and the Russian Empire. Today, the UK's Jewish community thrives, especially in London, Manchester, and Leeds, with numerous synagogues, schools, and cultural centers. The community is diverse, including Ashkenazi, Sephardi, and more recent immigrants from Israel and beyond, enriching UK's cultural fabric. Spanning Orthodox to Reform Judaism, the community accommodates various practices. As of 2024, approximately 290,000 Jews live in the UK, one of the largest Jewish populations in Europe. Jews contribute significantly to business, academia, the arts, and politics, shaping the UK's cultural and economic landscape. Number 4. Canada. Canada's Jewish population dates back to the late 19th century, when waves of immigrants fled persecution in Eastern Europe for a better future. Today, about 390,000 Jews live in Canada, with vibrant communities in cities like Toronto and Montreal, featuring synagogues, schools, and cultural centers. The community is diverse, including Ashkenazi Jews from Eastern Europe, Sephardi Jews from North Africa and the Middle East, and a growing number of Israelis. Religiously, it spans from Orthodox to Reform, with conservative and Reconstructionist groups adding to the rich tapestry of Jewish life. Canada's Jewish population, the fourth largest in the world, highlights the country's multiculturalism and inclusivity. Number 3. France. France's Jewish community dates back over 1,000 years, with major immigration waves in the late 19th and early 20th centuries from Eastern Europe and post-World War II from North Africa. As of 2024, France is home to approximately 450,000 Jews, making it the third largest Jewish population in the world. Paris, Marseille, and Lyon are major hubs with thriving Jewish life, featuring synagogues, schools, kosher restaurants, and cultural centers. The Jewish population in France is incredibly diverse, including Ashkenazi Jews from Eastern Europe, Sephardi Jews from Spain and Portugal, and Mizrahi Jews from North Africa and the Middle East. Religiously, the community ranges from Orthodox to Reform, with many identifying as traditional or conservative. Number 2. United States. The Jewish presence in the United States dates back to colonial times, with significant immigration waves in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Today, the U.S. is home to approximately 5.7 million Jews, making it the second largest Jewish population globally. Cities like New York, Los Angeles, and Miami are vibrant centers of Jewish life, with diverse communities including Ashkenazi, Sephardi, Mizrahi, and Ethiopian Jews. Religious affiliation spans from Orthodox to Reform, reflecting America's pluralistic society. This significant population underscores the enduring influence of the Jewish community in America. Number 1. Israel. Israel, established in 1948 as a Jewish homeland post-Holocaust, saw major Jewish immigration waves, notably from the former Soviet Union in the 1990s. High birth rates, with average women having 6 or 7 children. Especially in ultra-Orthodox communities, contribute to rapid population growth. As of 2024, Israel's population is 9.8 million, of which 7.2 million or 73% are Jewish, with diverse religious and cultural identities, including secular, religious, Zionist, and ultra-Orthodox. Ashkenazi Jews are the majority, with significant Sephardi and Mizrahi populations. Drop a comment below if you learned something new about the Jewish population. And if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover, let us know. See you in the next video.